Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today I would like to welcome you all back to City Skylines, the city of Drunkards. As you can see, a lovely, beautiful, expansive island-based city. Multiple cities. Does it even count as one single? I mean, these are districts, which is fine, though. Districts of one particular... Whoa, what's going on over here? Okay. Sewage is backing up. Not good. I believe there is an easy fix to this, however. It means I wasn't really paying any attention to my sewage. Yeah, the sewage treatment's not doing particularly well. I don't like how yellow isn't really much of a warning, because it basically may as well be red. It's not getting everyone just yet. I suppose that's what red means. Red means you're not going to be able to deal with everyone. Yellow means some people. Fuck them. So that's all good. That's where it's not good. It's really bad. So what we need to do is set ourselves up another one of these water treatment plants. I think it's a good idea to get a treatment plant just because we want to stay nice, clean, and healthy and all that fun stuff. So that's what we will be doing today. I think it's a water treatment plant. Yeah, okay, there's still sewage up here, but you can't tell. Okay, you can kind of tell, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. We have to double check before we do this just to see what not the treatment, but the drain capacity, I suppose, which is 160. Bearing in mind the three other digits there, I have to imagine it's on the same spectrum. Yeah, 120. So it is 40,000 that is, extra drain capacity. However, the electricity requirements are doubled, and the maintenance costs are also doubled, which is kind of bad. And the main cost is extremely high, and you could just get one of these. I mean, we could get one of them. Eventually, what we can then do is get some treatment plants, probably all the way up here to deal with this sewage that we currently have. Right now, I'm just going to double down a little bit on the whole being Well, not healthy. I mean, be healthy, it's always a good thing as well. But at the same time, I'm not going to listen to what I just previously said. So there we go. Let's start I'm going to burp a little bit there. Start the game. We've got the cars in the background doing their own thing, going over to their places of work. And it looks like we're having a little bit of a heating issue over here. We have always had a little bit of a heating problem. We're going to have to deal with this once again. Unfortunately, we don't really have the room for another geothermal heating plant. Unless, of course, I do change the way this road curves in, which I don't think I have the ability to do so. So it means I'm gonna have to sort of get some fun stuff going on right here. We could just make a boiling station, I suppose. Heating output 120 megawatts versus 80 megawatts. What is the downside of this, however? Produces heat for the citizens with a good old-fashioned boiler station. Make sure the building is connected to upgrade water pipes so it can distribute heating to buildings. The boiler station uses oil to produce heat. So that's really bad, because it means it requires pretty much immediate access to probably the motorway right here, just so it can immediately drop oil off. Otherwise, we're going to run into a few problems. That's why the geothermal heating plant, I think, is just better, in my opinion, just because you can leave it in the outskirts and it won't really do much after that. Unless, of course, I've mistook the actual requirements of the geothermal heating plant, which is just people, which is pretty much the same requirement as the boiling station, which is fine by me. So I'm okay with that. It just, the only problem I have is I can't put it anywhere. So, I mean, we could muck around with our train ever so slightly, just move the train, well, the rail a little bit more. I suppose I can do it. Let's pause for a second. If I delete this first, and then what we can do is, obviously lay down an epic beat. But before we do that, we need to get this, hooked up. I'm sort of curious because I believe heating over here was a main problem. It was a second ago anyway. Was it? Or am I going nuts? I think last episode we had a few heating problems over there. That's probably what it is. I'm getting slightly confused here. We're still having... Apparently people are still being waited... Well, dead people are being waited to be transported. Dead people are people too. They were anyway. So, well, they still are, kind of. What is the actual consensus? I don't know. What is the tense there? I mean, well, let's make a train. If I can find where the hell to make a train. Why am I getting really... Here we go. It's odd how the menus really work with alternate modes of transportation and how to make those alternate ways of transporting goods. There we go. Anyway. Right, so what we need to do is sort of just lightly curve this in ever so... Oh, look at that! That's beautiful. And comes down like this. That's fine. I can deal with that. Slightly curves in. I like it. There's an aesthetic to it. A fine art to the curvature. Oh! My voice cracked ever so slightly there. Going underneath the road right there. Docking up at the depot. And now it's just... Whoa! Okay, apparently the trains have the ability to disappear into the void. Not good. And at the same time, all the train was, which is a bunch of lorries, just chained together, as you probably just saw then. Quite fascinating, really. We were having a problem with... Apparently there was a deceased member of our society right here laying in the middle of the picnic table. Just right on the picnic table. Wait, where are the picnic tables? Okay. Apparently one of them has just sort of slightly been consumed by the earth. That's not great. The others are actually in decent positions, although not the best view in the world. Just looking at these, what seem to be oil towers. What the hell does that say? I don't know. It says something. And also the smog as well. It's not exactly great. I wouldn't hang around here. I wouldn't bring my kids to the industrial estate picnic table park place that is also just right next to the Garments Limited, which is fantastic, I suppose. We were having problems with workers. It seems to still be a little bit of a problem, mostly because it requires uneducated workers, and that is unfortunately an education type that we have not fully gone into. I reckon I have probably underestimated the value of an uneducated person. There we go, just in the fact that no one that has been educated a little bit would do these jobs, which is a bit odd, because, I mean, my experience being an uneducated person, quite like these jobs, but then again, I'm an uneducated person. I'm starting to realize the dilemma here. Is it a dilemma? It's fine, let's take a drink. Meanwhile, wait, they're kids at the park. Look at all these workers just chilling out, all adults hanging out at the park. Low wealth senior, okay, well at least they're sort of working to pay for their education, I would imagine so. I don't know, I mean, in my world, I'd probably be offering free education. Then again, looking at this, I probably am offering free education, but I don't think... No, I'm pretty sure I do get money for education or something to that. These are expenses, so I don't get any money for education. Instead, it sort of gets spent. Yes, I'm spending 3,680, which is a bit interesting. I feel like they missed out on that ever so slightly. I can increase the... Oh, I could decrease education. Tell you what, I'm going to lower the budget because I want more uneducated workers. So I'm going to lower it to 85%, which is quite the dramatic hit. We will be making a little bit more money from it, however, which is good. At the same time, I'm going to also up our intakes on our budgets right here. The rubbish budget, I think, can go down by 5% here because we are keeping on top of it. And at the same time, medical, I think, can go all the way back down to 100% because I don't think we need that. Although then again, I did rise it because we needed more hearses. Sorry, hersi. I don't know. Other than that, I think we're fine. What the hell's this? Unique buildings. So that's just the upkeep. Keeping them nice and furbished. Okay. And this is parks and plazas. If the budget is large, parks and plazas are more well-maintained and create more happiness. That's not bad for us. I think I will up that by an extra 5%. Because hopefully, what that will do is increase the actual land value ever so slightly, and we are going to need it. Then again, are we? Because now we're lowering the budget ever so slightly, so we might get more uneducated workers. I don't know. Unfortunately, the cemetery right here is full, so we're going to have to empty that. Mostly it looks like I'm performing some sort of maintenance space episode right here. Look how cool that is. Just all the vehicles rustling and bustling, going through their daily lives. The vehicles, that is, not the people driving them. No, at the moment we have sentient cars, which I've just found out is causing a little bit of a trouble, right? I mean, then again, we've always seen traffic on this part of the road coming in from this section right here because it is the exit on the main motorway. Coming on the main roundabout because they all want to go down here, which makes sense. This bit's still looking like... Is it a problem? Once again, ignore it. Leave it. It's not my concern right now. What I need to worry about is... most probably connecting up the metro station right here, because last episode we did do a lot of work with metro stations, and we're nearly there with the 26,000 population right here to get to the new area that we can build on, which will be this bit right here on Drunkton, this big Drunkablo Tycoon. That's a good point. I should really name this Drunkton Tycoon. Would make a lot more sense. This is the island of Drunkton. Drunkablo, we can... Before I forget... It's probably a good idea to name this little section. No, because it's still going to be part of Drunkton. Because this is going to be basically an extension of this industrial estate. which should hopefully also have another train track. That would be pretty cool. Sort of worried now that I'm thinking about it. Oil getting around here. The train track's going to be right here. What we want to do is probably have this go round so that they can easily get to the train. Yeah, that would work out. Let's just see. They can go any direction they want from there, so that's good. Yeah, well, we'll set something up. What we could do is have it so that you have to go that way if you want to go on, and that way if you want to go in. But then we may as well make it a highway road at that point. We'll see. I always do a lot of one-way roads and that lot just because they tend to give you more control, which is nice. I'm just worrying that we're going to have a lot of, well, tanks, oil tanks coming up and down here. Since I do believe this is an oil-rich area, it is. Lots and lots of oil right here, especially on this little island. That's why I want to have a little connection there. And we do have more land right here that we can expand upon. I might want to do that today's episode. At the same time, we're going to go down here as well. Tell you what, while we're at it, let's see if we can get ourselves a few more houses down here, because I think that would make a lot of sense. What we need to do is get this double road right here and just sort of keep going in a straight path like that. There we go. And then what we can do is we should really keep going. There we go. And then we can pretty much do what we're doing on this side, which is just sort of have the road curve in to the land. So what we'll do is we'll give us unlimited access right here. All right, there we go. Well, free roam, not unlimited access. It's not like we're being given the keys to a vault or anything like that. Of course, if we did, that would be... Would it be useful to us? I suppose we got 1 million right now, but there's probably more inside the vaults of the world. Do we want this to sort of curve in? Kind of do. Like that. You tell you what, it would look a lot better if this one was also curving in like that. There we go. That's a little bit nice. And then what we can do is just make this into low-density residential that should hopefully not have as much education as some of the other parts of the map right here. I'm wondering if lowering the actual budget for education has caused a... Oh, it looks like it's got a lower capacity now, which is really good for us. So hopefully that should improve the number of uneducated workers. At least I hope so, unless of course it's going to become... Well, it's going to deal with... It's going to cause more issues, is what I'm trying to say right there. It might, you never know. There's a very busy road right here. There's lots of people walking up and down, I guess because there's a big old supermarket right here. It looks like one anyway. It's a drugstore. That is a massive drugstore. How many drugs have you got in there? Considering the fact that sort of commercialization of drugs, giving them all fancy names and that lot, even though there's plenty of the same type of drug, but there's just a little different name for it. There's probably entire sections just based on mood-lifting stuff, for all I know. There's, oh, this is going to make you more of the herbal. It's going to make you herbal. Just think about that for a second. You're going to be very herbal. Natural ingredients with a little bit of unnatural, but it's completely natural ingredients. Don't you worry about it. Oh, did we upgrade our density here? We did. Why did we upgrade density? Oh, the house is evolving into... Does that look any different to anyone? It looks like they've got a swing now. Great. We've got some swings. No one goes out here because it's freezing cold. So we will never use this swing. Why are you having heating problem? Tell me you are not connected, aren't you? That's probably what's going on right now. Why are you not connected? This doesn't make sense. Why would I have missed you? I'm trying to... It doesn't seem to... Tell you what, I'll delete this. I'll delete those and make one again. That's what I'm going to do. Let's get it hooked up here just in case. There we go. I think I had a little bit of a bug there, but we seem to be fine. We are heating up pretty much. Wow, okay. We're producing quite a lot of heat, so I think it's a very good idea for us to just extend our heating output to the industrial buildings over here, which should hopefully increase the land value. Oh, fantastic. So now what we can do is get cargo harbors, which might be better than trains now that I think about it, and normal harbors, which is nice, and we've unlocked an additional area for us to purchase. These are all the unique buildings right here. I've never dabbled into this. I might need to do it at some point. I wonder if this does increase the land value. It makes sense. I wonder if this wastes heat. We're about to find out, I suppose. Let's check the land value. Oh, yes, it has gone up ever so slightly. Can we hover over it? It's actually lowered. Okay, maybe not. It's possibly not actually working out for us. I really don't like how we've got 4 well-educated workers in here. They seem to be having the workers they desire, so that's okay, I suppose. I didn't even realize that other kinds of workers could still be forced to work in here. It makes sense. It's a portrayal of reality. It's meant to be a simulation of reality as well. A low land value. Okay, then. Where is the land value right here? Is this it? Levels. Oh, okay. I never knew this was a thing. So this is the certain... Oh, right. Okay, then. So that's cool. That does show density right there. So low land value, but you're level 2 on density. What are these? Okay, these are office size. These are also nice little pie charts that tell you what is the more dominant factor right here. So if we look on the commercial level right here, we can see that the most popular level seems to be... Is it? Wait, these colors aren't really representative of what I'm seeing on the pie chart. I don't understand. We got really dark blue, which is right here. Then we got a lighter shade, which is right here, but it's significant. It's more gray over here than this is. I guess that's also kind of grey. And then this, which is also just sort of dark grey, but on here it's portrayed as some sort of, well, blue, dark blue, that kind of thing. Not significantly as dark, just blue. We just call it blue. It's poorly portrayed pie chart. 0 out of 10. Data is beautiful would be incredibly outraged. Right. Let's continue onwards, as I always say. Let's buy ourselves the little piece of land right here near Drunkton. Is there anything here? Apparently there's oil there. I've got like a nice little square right now. I've just realized that. Should we check there are resources over here before we... No, wrong page. Oh, we have some farmland over here. We might want to do something with that. No, it's awkwardly connected on our main road. I might just leave that chunk alone. It will cause unnecessary congestion. I like how I can probably take this next time, though. Well, I don't need to. It's kind of an awkward chunk for a big piece of land to be purchased. Can I buy any more? No, I can't. Might need to get the mod that lets me just buy them all. That would be very useful. Look at this large chunk of farmland. I think if I were to make any farmland, it would be over here once I feel like it's a good idea to expand in this location, which definitely will be in the near future, I would say. Once I get sick of dealing with islands and just want sort of a massive chunk of land to play with, that would be nice and fun to work with. We did forget about the piping over here, so let's get that sorted out. Bonk. I'm trying to follow the road, but as you can see, I'm sort of not doing that. So there we are. I think I've got everything other than that little slice right here, but that should work out. Speed the game up ever so slightly to see if this works out, and it does. Fantastic. We do need some commercials. Let's go ahead and just sort of plonk down some commercial buildings right along this road here. There we are. Not on that little bit, though. That is a bad idea. And that. Okay, wait. Okay, no. Everything's going horribly wrong. Let's take this little bit. There we are. I forgot about the smaller brush. Beautiful. So expansion is on the way. Now what we can do is finally go into the oil industry, which I've been waiting to do for quite some time. Before we do that, however, what we do need is to power up our station right here. So we just need to... It's going to be really awkward to deal with at first, but eventually we'll be able to build through it and connect this up. So the metro station, do we want it just there or another one on the other side? We do have a second one here, don't we? Do we need two there? Seems incredibly pointless, but it's quite a large area, I suppose. That is pointless. I should probably not have two there. I'm not sure why I thought two there was a good idea. At the same time, we have this chunk right now, so I'm sort of tempted to make my bridge along here. I am worried about congestion as always, though, which I think is going to be a massive issue, which I suppose we're going to have to work around once the time comes. We might want to make this into some sort of, well, traffic lightless roundabout would be quite nice. It's going to cause congestion. Just my keyword. Definitely. Right now, my keyword, congestion. Right, let's see if we can make this bridge. And we can rather convincingly, and what we'll do is we'll have it hooked up right here. It's a rather nice looking bridge, shows the elegance of our land right here. The bridge fullness, that's right, bridge fullness of it. Not too sure what I'm saying at this point. Do I want to have a sort of another square going around here and then just sort of connects up around the sides? That probably would be a pretty consistent idea. Sort of a square like this. Not like this. You already saw the square, you know where I'm going. The problem is, I'm not too sure how big the square was. I think it was about 1 block away on each corner. So sort of 2 blocks like this. Makes sense. It seems to be replicating itself fairly well, so I have to imagine that's what I did last time. Although what I need to do is make them one way. Okay, no, not delete them. Make them one way. There we go. Now we need to find out which way it's going. So, turn around, please. So now you should let them come down here, and they should come up here, and they shouldn't really turn around, but there's traffic lights, unfortunately. So, yeah. Just a sort of downside right there. Probably some way we can deal with it, but right now I'm not going to do it. Instead of, though, what I'm going to do here is have it sort of... No, I'm not going to corner off like that. Because I need to go straight down and sort of hook up to this crossing. Same thing on this side as well. Just sort of straight down and then up here until we can get as far as we can. And then just sort of make a straight road. There we are. And then this one could probably come down like this. Okay, I'm not sure why that's connecting in such a way. It's just slightly off, isn't it? Okay. What we can do is make it curve in like that. We'll get rid of that. No, nope. I wish there was an undo button. Right, there we go. That should work out. There we go. Bit awkward. Maybe that was a very, very sharp corner there. There should be a warning. Incredibly sharp corner coming up. Turn, 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 turn! No, it's too late. They're gone. They're gone. It's too late. We forgot about them. Should this road be one way? It would make sense. Just a one way down here. No, because we got multiple connections for it. We will find out if making it one way is a good idea. It would be a good idea. It would be a pretty good idea so that we avoided most of the congestion. Damn it, parrot. He's making annoying cotton eating sounds again. I cannot deal with this. I could just make this side one way. My one-wayness, obviously, slightly taking over once again. I mostly want to get rid of the traffic lights. That's my problem. Switch that round. Of course, there are traffic lights here. There's not much we can do about that. But as long as there's none on this side, that means they can go up and go along here. It's just to make life slightly quicker, really. So if they need to get up here, then they can go up there really quickly. And if they need to get out, they can come all the way around here and go out. So it's fine. I think it's a good idea. We will find out in practice, however. Well, we'll find out if it's a good idea in practice. Now what we will do is try and see through all these trees. There's a bulldozer right here. There we go. Could probably make this in larger swaths. I think it's based on what your selection was here. Okay, I actually don't know. Demolish, abandon. I don't know why this is not really working in the way I was hoping it would. Is this costing me money? Doesn't seem to be. Surprising. I just want to get a good eye right here. See what I'm doing. This episode's running very, very quickly. I've enjoyed myself thoroughly. Alright, here we go. And it just sort of gets smaller as it gets further in. And we don't need one right there, that's fine. And that will be it on that side. This bit's pretty much got everything that it needs to. We are missing out on this section here, however. Am I? There's oil around there, so if we just double check. Wrong thing, here we go. Yeah, this is sort of where the majority of the oil is, and I'm sort of missing the majority of the oil. There's some around here, but it's not really as prominent, so we are going to have to take a large chunk out there. What we could do... well, we could do what we're doing here. Suppose. Yeah, there's no bother, really. Although, oh yeah, well, okay, this would have made a lot more sense if I just did this, but if we find wherever the hell I'm going... There we are. We got it. Easy. No problems whatsoever. And then we'll just sort of follow the same odd ribcage look that we're going for right here, which is unfortunately going to cause a little bit of congestion. Nothing on this road. Okay, we should have stuff on that road, though. Because that's where a lot of the oil is. I didn't think about that. Will it matter? It will matter, because, well, vehicles are going to have to stop on this road. I suppose what it means is what we could do is have another road come up here, and that would be where the buildings go. It would have to be a very small road, though. So it'd have to be sort of this one if we come around here instead. Okay, I don't appreciate that. If we get rid of that bit. I think I need to be slightly further in. Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll go slightly further up. So there we go. We should be able to get a good chunk there. Just trying to use up all my space. Slightly ugly, though. It's a bit of an odd part. Especially the fact that it's going to cause more traffic along this corner. But I suppose if it sort of slows it down a little bit before it gets up to here, it's not too bad. Okay. So now, something else that we need to do is set up the highway, which is right over here, and have it hook up to this main road right here. The problem with that, however, is that I might want to get that set up a little bit later on. Before I muck around more, let's make sure this... Is there a bigger swap? Yeah, there is. Let's make sure this is part of the same tycoon. And at the same time, make sure this is an oil tycoon right here. And not an oil district. Oil industry place of worship and faith. Sure, it's probably of worship and faith. Why not? Where will the train station go? Right here's not a bad spot for it, really. Because it's sort of just at the entrance. It's going to cause a little bit of slowdown, but it's going to be similar to what we have all the way down here. I imagine most people are going to end up at the station anyway. So I don't mind that being the case. Most of this episode is just going to be set up until next episode. That's fine. So what we will do is get that set up. Unfortunately, it might have to be on the other side. Does it matter? Considering they're going to be on this side. No, that's fine. It can go over there. However, what it does mean is I'm going to have to delete this road, which annoys me because it means we are using up most of our oil industry to just place down the cargo terminal. It's a little bit unfortunate. We could have it right here, though. Just right there. It's not so much of a bad thing, really. Because like I said, vehicles are going to be... For some reason, I completely forgot that I thought they were going up there for some reason. No. Yeah, wrong way. I got really confused then. I had the right idea in the first place. Anyway. Alright, let's do it the other way around. Doesn't matter. It's actually better this way. I'm glad. Right, okay then. Where was I going? Where am I? Trains. Go away. No, don't go away. I like trains. Let's get rid of this road right here. I do like trains. Don't leave me. Okay, apparently we're having more issues because this is in the way. This music's getting louder and louder. Why are you not capable of going on that side? Is it because of the straightlessness of the road? Straightlessness. If we make this a little bit straighter from here. Then that might work out. Doesn't look as good, but I'm going to need that to work out for me. There we go. I think the main issue is how the train is going to sort of make its way to this station right here, which is where it's going to inevitably end up. So what we need is for this train track to sort of stick to the path it's got, because it skips a lot of the industry that I don't want to completely be ignored. At the same time, we want to get ourselves a metro station set up over here. Keep getting lost. Here we go. Right next to it, or in the center, or this section. It's got to be somewhere that's going to be much more busy, which I think is this bit right here. Yeah, that's a much better idea. And it's a very good connection as well. So what we can do is get the curve right. The curve. For some reason, the station has a lot of trouble with water. I suppose it's a good reason. But, why are you having so much issues? See, it's sort of iffy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sort of got to find the sweet spot. Maybe it's because it's going over that bridge. Yeah, that's probably it. No, it's not it. Why do you work sometimes? It's kind of dodgy. I imagine there's a good reason for it. I suppose I don't need this station, do I? That's the thing. I don't need these stations. I need one down here. It would be a much better place for it. I suppose what I should do is just see where I can get the connection off from here. I could sort of make my way... oh, nearly there. So apparently that will work out. Okay, no. Why are you not working for me? What does this tell me? Connect metro stations to each other by metro tunnels. Remember to build the stations first. Uh-huh. Okay, but it doesn't say anything about interaction with water. Or its lack of interaction with water. But yet it sometimes works. Suppose maybe it's a level thing? No. Well, that works. Why does that one work? Alright, let's just delete this again. This is mostly going to have to be just constant testing to see. So you'll work if you go that way. There's no reason why you would work when you go that way. You just will. Ooh. Okay. So you completely refuse to connect up in this way at all. Does it have something to do with the current? Surely it wouldn't make much of a difference. So we wouldn't build it in the water. It's quite shallow, but I'm assuming it is. Right, yeah, I'll get that done off camera. Right, anyway, let's continue whatever the hell we were doing over here, which was getting the train station hooked up. Which is going to be another game entirely. Surely that would work out. It's already... I know, I don't want you to connect like that. No, ignore the road. There we go. No, okay. I don't want it to be a roller coaster. What we will do is delete this ever so slightly so I can make a nice little curve around here. That's still not a great curve. Could be better. Ah, there we go. That's the kind of curve I'm looking for. Nice. Right, now this is going to be a little bit of a kerfuffle. Right there. Come on, get the perfect corner. There we go. And then back around. Should make its way all the way there, so... right around here. I don't know why you're shooting up so sharply there, but okay. Could go out a little bit more. There we go. Not the greatest looking thing in the world, but getting everything connected, which is the important part. And now we just need to get the train station to hook up all the way over here? Is that what we need to do? And that's the other problem. I mean, yeah. A bit of a problem. Do I want this to be leveled? I suppose not at the moment, because I'm not doing much expansion over here. So I suppose what I could do... I'm making some more noises! Silence, creature of hell! Why are you curving like that? Alright, so you either go like this, or the road comes in. Like that. So you can either go out there, or through there, or keep going, or... I'm not just sure if this is exactly the way it should be working. I don't really fiddle around with trains too much, even of my days of open TTD, and for some reason they have disappeared away from me. So yeah. It would be kind of cool to make a station, though. Maybe you could even do it. It's fine. We'll leave it. For the time being, this is what we're going to get. The train should be fully capable of going the other way. So I'm assuming I don't need to make a full connection, and then again. That's fine. It's okay. I'm not going to worry about it that much. Yeah, that's just a train station for passengers, which I don't think I'll ever get set up, because I don't think it's worthwhile. Mostly because we have the metro system, which doesn't work in some areas. But that's fine. We can worry about that at a later date. But there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's, at the moment, our sort of drunk Ablo... Oh, no, that's not drunk Ablo. It's Drunkton. Drunkton Tycoon. Yeah, Drunkton Tycoon. Right here. Next episode, we'll be thriving in beautiful, delicious oil. What I will do, in between that time, however, is sort of try and deal with this metro issue that I'm having. Get that cleaned up, get it connected to the main system, probably the one that we have all the way over here, and a few other sections just so that everyone can get to their jobs. I'll get that done, and then everything should be ready. So till then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for some more City Skylines. Bye-bye.